in my flavor, I think it's cause.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This will be taken in at the 1.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They're hard! Hey! 51 to mine! Come, baby! Come, baby!
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They go play action. Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mack Wilson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Kill. Topper! Check three. He's crossing.
First carry for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, defense, let's go. Regular. Check 37. Pistol. Check 4. Check 9. I got you.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He finds Beckham complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Vikings 16-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 49, check. Up, 49. Alert 3. Point it right. Check.
A toss play to Chubb. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Point it right. Check the backer. Check, crunch. 50. Check 50. Undercrush.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Rush in. 61. Match box.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 79 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 27-yard line.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Check 13! Check 13! Sponge! 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 No!
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He don't know no better. Check 26, check 26. Out, 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 out. Watch the eye. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. He's coming. Double up. Real. He's coming. Double up. Wide. Get wide.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt.
36.
It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Mayfield. He completes it to Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Alert! Hey, switch gears. Switch. Hey. 80 weapon.
They go with Chubb on second down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Watch the twist. Watch that. Tighten up.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Throwing is Cousins. And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
57 to Mike.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gun! Gun!
57, Mike 57. Hey, here I come.
Gun!
Here I come.
Gun!
57 to Mike. 57.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To the air again, it's Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the clear. 30, 20, 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Seibert on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double dog, that's the way. Let's go.
Final play of the half. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. He can't get him down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
King. Check 4.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check it out, Reed. Bang.
From the gun, Mayfield. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Shift.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Slam. Lucky.
Chance.
Check three.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Rush in.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On the carry, it's Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Check 13. Sponge.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
Run. Check 26. Let's go.
Now Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Don't get nervous. Tight dog.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert. Run. Slam. Check. Fresno.
Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Check 43. Check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They run. Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch the shit. Real. Watch the twist. Watch it. Tighten up.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
On first down, it's Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Cousins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Pick it up. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Hey, no, easy.
Situation, let's go. He's checking. Crash.
Hey, dude.
53 is the Mike. 53, check 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here's Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Go ahead.
He's back to throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check three. Hey, 382, last 50. 57. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Check four. Pistol. SOS.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout.